Happy New Year's to you. Happy New Year's to you. Happy New Year's. It's so good to be back. It's so good to see you. Happy New Year's. Hey, family. Happy 2023. I told you by the grace of the Most High God, I would be back. So, hello. And you know I don't come on here just be coming on here, all right? I did want to show my face and let many of you know that your sister is doing just fine. By the grace of the Most High God, I'm still here. I'm still in the land of the living, okay? Just behind the scene, I've just been doing me, that's all. And trying to stay grounded during this time. I do have 3 messages to share with many of you. Those who have ears who are willing to receive. For the attended ears, let me just say that. December the 21st, I started hearing the ringing, family, and I've been known to hear it off and on. And I let many of you know, some years back when I started hearing, I was pretty much hearing it like, I started off hearing it like, I think this was back in what, I'm 51 now, so I started to hear it at the age of 43, going on 44. But anyway, back then, I was hearing it in both ears, and then I started hearing it in one ear, okay? So it was the right ear. I wasn't hardly hearing it in the left ear, but I did start off hearing it in both ears. All of a sudden it stopped. But every now and then, off and on, I would hear it in the right ear. So anyway, moving forward, presently, last year, December 21st, I started to hear it. And it was just, it seemed like the energy has really increased during this time for whatever reason. And I'm thinking, okay, a lot of time when I am hearing it, it can be for many, many reasons, because I look at it as receiving downloads. Let me just say that. But also, I know a lot of time when I am, picking up this high-pitched frequency sound, I'm thinking, okay, the sun up there is doing something, is giving off a burst of energy due to solar flares. And that's how I know automatically. I don't need for the meter to tell me, oh, the sun has erupted, giving off, this solar flares that's headed to Earth. I don't need them to tell me, because I would hear the ringing in my ear. But anyway, since December the 21st, the energies was just picking up. Not only was I hearing the ringing, okay? Back then, it was like, doo, just in one ear. Sounded good. It sounded like a good, 432 hertz, okay? That pure tone. But not only, was I hearing it in one ear, I was hearing it in both ears, okay? And it was loud. I was hearing it throughout the whole day. And it was so annoying. And I would hear people say, well, I hear it in both ears. And I'd be like, what? That's good. But, I hardly hear them. I'm pretty much hearing it in one ear. Now I understand what they're saying. I was constantly hearing it in both ears. And it wasn't just the high-pitched frequency tone. It was sounding like I was receiving like a radio transmission. It was like kind of remind you of a Morse code. That's exactly what it kind of remind you of, like, hearing a Morse code. But I was hearing it in both ears, and then I was hearing this beautiful music. I couldn't pinpoint where it was coming from, but I knew I was hearing it in the ether. I knew that, all this was just part of it, of this so-called ascension that's going on, So I take everything in stride. I don't fear anything, I embrace it with gratitude. I'm just grateful to be in the number, shall I say. Because a lot of people are not having no kind of experiences at all. But in due season, in their time, okay, it's a time for everything. I'm just grateful to be operating in awareness to see things for what it is. But I'm just saying, it was so annoying. I didn't realize how annoying it can really be, because I was hearing it. It was real loud. And, it's good 3 of us in a household, including myself, and nobody was hearing the ringing but me. Nobody was hearing the ringing but me, okay? And it was loud. It was hard for me to sleep. I had to really go into deep, deep sleep to tune it out. I wake up, I'm still hearing it. That's how loud it was. So I was definitely receiving downloads, during December, towards the end of December. And plus I had, also came down with a cold or the virus. I don't claim the other thing, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't claim that. Okay. We've been, before they even came up with that, people, have the flu every year regardless. Okay. But I overcame that. I drank plenty of water. I did my herbal tea. I did my fruits, shakes, and all of that. So I got through that. Okay, I got through it. It lasted about a week. I got through it. By the grace of the Most High God, I'm good. But anyway, I'm only sharing this because I'm wondering, have many of you been feeling like energetically drained? Have many of you been hearing the ringing in your ears since December the 21st, and it kind of linger on for good 5 or 7 days? Because actually, it kind of taper off a little bit. I still hear a tone, but it's not. It kind of like died down some. And I do remember I did check in with my spiritual team, and while I was in meditation, I said, can you please turn it down some? Because it was so annoying for me. And when the energy get real, real strong, family, you don't have to just sit there and just take it. You can speak, speak up. And your spiritual team, your angels, your higher self will, bring the energy down to where it's bearable, okay? You're going to hear it now, but it won't be so to where, it'll just drive you crazy. But yes, I mean, I was hearing this. I can't even describe the sound of the melody of the music. I was hearing music, like this ancient tone of music that was playing. It sounded very angelically like. So I'm like, okay, I'm definitely hearing in this higher realm, because the dimensions are intertwining. Please know that. And so, not only, I mean, you can be seeing, yeah, dimensionally, because these dimensions are starting to intertwine, shall I say. You be sitting there, you seeing something nobody else is seeing. All of this come with it. You could be sitting there and you're hearing something nobody else is hearing, but everybody is, energetically, frequency wise, everybody's just on different levels. That's all. So you don't be thinking you're crazy, wondering what's going on with you. It just, the you is affecting you, you know, in a way that it's meant for you to go through whatever you're going through. It's your season, because everybody during a Pacific time, or shall I say during a Pacific season is not experiencing this yet. Okay, I'm saying it like that now. I'm saying yet, because I'm not God, and I don't claim to be God. I'm a child of the Most High God, okay? So, in the Most High God divine timing, meaning you can start having your own experiences. But I look at the ringing and all of that as just downloads, okay? They are divine messages, and it's like having an epiphany, an aha moment, and then all of a sudden, start to sink in, and it'll make sense to you. You just have this knowing, okay, all of a sudden, it just hit you and things would just come to you, and you're like, okay, yeah, I remember I was hearing that ring, and so, all of a sudden these messages will come to you, and you get a better understanding by and by. But it's nothing for you to be trying to force. Energy must flow naturally, so don't worry about it. But if any of you are hearing this, I can't even describe the tone as far as this music, but it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Maybe one day it's just hard for me to pinpoint it, but I know I've heard it before. That's all I can say. But not only that, the ringing and the tone. Yes, a lot of people say it's like the earth tone that we could also be resonating with. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised of that. Hearing the inner earth tones from Earth Gaia. So it's pretty much what it means to you, okay? 'Cause I can say one thing, you may say something else when it comes to you, as far as your thoughts about it. So, but it's all good. The main thing is, are you hearing, this higher pitch frequency sound? Or are you hearing this tone of music that nobody else is hearing? You know. But if you ever get overbearing, and it can, cause it got real loud for me. Yes, just ask your spiritual team, your angels, to help you, kind of bring it down some, and they will. Cause before I know it, that sound was overbearing. It was just loud, and it started to die down some. So I was grateful for that. So ask, so shall you receive. Now my three message is, this is the new year of 2023. So I'm speaking life over many of you, okay? The key word is power. I'm definitely exercising my power this year. Yes, get your power back, family. Don't be a lapdog to nobody. Don't let nobody run all over you and step all over you. Okay, get your power back. I truly believe many of you are planning on operating in this new year. You no longer are going to be a lapdog for anybody. You no longer are going to be the person that can't say no. Okay, learn to exercise your throat chakra and start saying no. And this most important to get your power back. And I truly feel like this is going to be the year for many of you getting your power back. Okay, it's time. It's time. All this going in circle to nowhere and just letting people run all over you, them days are over with, okay? So for many of you, you understand what I'm talking about, whether it's on the job or your relationships. Get your power back. Exercise your voice, okay? Also, the word boredom, okay, is standing out to me. Many of you, I feel like, you know, are feeling very discontent and boredom. And I get that because I was feeling that, towards the end of the year, feeling, discontent. And that's the feeling of restlessness, okay? And it can happen to the best of us. We can't get like that. And sometimes you can start feeling burnt out. But and then you know what? And it's okay to feel like that. It's okay to feel like that. So if many of you are starting to feel boredom when it comes to a job, are you sitting around at home, you're feeling boredom and restless, just sit back, stop, reflect, and meditate. Meditate and speak to your angels, okay? They can't do anything for the most part without your permission. The benevolent angels, okay? So speak to them and, just talk to them, to your spiritual team. Oh, I'm feeling restless. I'm feeling bored. Help me to get back on track. Help me to get centered. Help me to get focused. Help me to, start building up my passion, so I can start feeling more energized within. And, because once your passion start to arise, family, all of a sudden you're full of ideas, you're full of passion, and you start getting back to doing the things that you love to do. Okay, I feel like for many of you, and I can understand that you're on the job, you may be making good money, but for some reason, maybe you're feeling burnt out. Okay, you're feeling bored, or maybe you have outgrown a relationship. Okay, maybe you have outgrown a relationship or a job, and if that's the case, okay, it's okay to get to that place. They just let you know, sometimes family, I hate to say it, sometimes now, you can outgrow people. You can. And it doesn't mean you're better than them or nothing like that. But, when it gets like that, sometimes that energy can have you going one way and the other person's going another way because you're no longer equally yoked, if you know what I mean. But anyway, once again, I'm sure many of you are starting to feel bored and you're longing for change. And that's what it is. On the inside, you're longing for change. So with that being said, just do whatever that you do something that you're passionate about, okay? Because when you're doing something that you love and you're passionate about, it doesn't feel like a job. And, you'll wake up every day wanting to tackle on this project or tackle on this job, or whatever the case may be, but it's something that you love to do and you're passionate about it, and you won't be feeling all, bored, because you're doing what you love to do. That's the point I'm trying to make, okay? But it just depends on what this means to many of you. I know it had affected me towards the end of the year, and I'm only bringing this up because I'm letting you know you're not alone, okay? Change is good. Change is definitely good, and it builds our character, and what comes out of the change is meant for you, okay? But change is all about growth. We're either growing or we're stagnant, okay? And lastly, I want to speak about recognition and reward. I definitely feel like this is my year for whatever reason, okay? And I'm going to claim it, yes, indeed. If you don't do it, who's going to do it? So speak life over yourself. Many of you, I'm sure, and probably a small few of you, probably feeling overlooked, okay? Whether it's a relationship, dead end relationship, let me just say that someone is ignoring you, not returning your calls, not returning your texts, whatever the case may be, or you maybe feel overlooked on a job. I feel like for many of you, this is going to be your year. You're going to start being acknowledged, okay? So may you receive this message, okay? You have to receive it. It's all about faith. You have to claim it and start speaking life over yourself. Do some mirror work. I do it every day. I say, hello, gorgeous. I love you. Hello, beautiful. I love you. You are enough. And that's the key word. Tell yourself you are enough. Because when we don't tell ourselves that we are enough, we seek validation outside of ourselves. We're constantly trying to be something that we're not. And we're constantly trying to please people. Just know you are enough just the way you are. Okay? Because when you learn to accept yourself, those that are meant to come to your life and love you authentically will accept you as well. It starts with you. It starts with us, and it ends with us. So yes, family. Many of you, if you have not been feeling acknowledged, okay, acknowledge yourself. It starts with you. Acknowledge yourself and do some mirror work. Close the door. Don't nobody got to see you. It's just you and God. Stare at yourself and look at yourself between the eyes and say, "I love you. You are enough. Hello, beautiful." Just speak life over yourself. You are creative. You are wonderful. You are wonderfully, uniquely made. I'm going to take care of you. I bless you. I love you. And you are more than enough. And I am so grateful for you. You have to talk like this to yourself, family. You have to. So with that being said, may you receive this message with love. I love you, family. Okay? And I will be back with another video this month. I'm going to hop on when you think, in a time you think not, okay? But I can't just be coming on here, just be talking. You know that. But I am still here. And Happy New Year's to many of you. So once again, many of you exercise your power, get your power back. Many of you, if you're feeling stagnant or you're feeling restless, you're feeling bored, I understand that. But what's going to help you is to get back to you, meaning get back to doing the thing that you love to do as part of your passion, okay? Yeah, you'll come out there feeling bored real quick. Let me just say that. Now, if it's pertaining to something else like a relationship, do you, boo? You handle that, okay? You handle that. Maybe you have outgrown that individual, or maybe you have outgrown that job, and it's time for you to raise the bar, okay? Maybe it's time for you to go back to school or something. But just do you. Do what's best for you. And also, as far as recognition and reward, I feel like this is our year, family. Many of you are going to be acknowledged. Many of you are going to receive a raise this year, a promotion this year. Hello, somebody. You're going to be acknowledged, period. And maybe many of you might be acknowledged by that ex, okay? Back in the day, they didn't acknowledge you. They did not appreciate you. They did not honor you. Maybe this time they will start to acknowledge the beautiful king that you are, the beautiful queen that you are, okay? But it's up to you if you want to take them back now. Use discernment, and I mean that. And I say that with love. Use discernment, okay? Because you feel like you have grown them, be like, well, okay, then they're acknowledging me, but you know, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm looking forward. I'm looking at things for the long view. Okay, I'm having that vision tunnel. I'm looking at things at the long view, and I realized that right there was just temporary. Yeah, I deserve better. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on the prize, and the ultimate prize is me. Hello, somebody. Bye, family. I will be back with another video sometime this month, okay? So Happy New Year's to you, and yes, indeed, and get your power back. This is 2023. Claim you. Peace.